Hey everyone, this is an all new episode of Projectized, the project management show, where I talk about three things: the business of project management, how businesses use project management, and obtaining project management certification. So, in today's show, the 5 project management skills that you can learn from DevOps. I've gotten this article from DevOps.com, and DevOps is computer science, IT, which is information technology, and it specifically deals with CI, which is continuous integration, and CD, which is continuous delivery and continuous deployment. So those are the top things when it comes to DevOps. It's a part of computer science, part of information technology. But this is number 2, how businesses use project management. And I felt it was very important to bring you something current that you can use regarding project management to make it dynamic and up to date for you. So, according to DevOps.com, the 5 project management skills to know for DevOps are estimation and scheduling, which is schedule management. And according to the Project Management Body of Knowledge 6th edition, is the triple constraint of schedule, scope, and cost or budget. And what the triple constraint does is anything, an increase or decrease in one affects the other two. It's like a three-legged stool. So I wanted to give you some additional project management knowledge behind number 1 when it talks about estimation and scheduling. Number 2 is critical communication. And as a project manager, 90% of your job is communication. They mention critical communication. So, they're referring to critical updates that may affect the overall project. This includes having strong interpersonal skills, namely the ability to maintain clear team communication, complete document reviews, and have succinct interaction with project deliverables and expectations. So I'm also going to put on my certified project manager hat here and let you know that the top level of communication for you as a project manager is stakeholder communication. And a little bit of history. Prior to the 5th edition of the Project Management Body of Knowledge, identify stakeholders was in the communication management knowledge area. Now it has its own knowledge area called the stakeholder management knowledge area. However, it's very important that if you are studying for either the CAPM, which is the Certified Associate in Project Management, which is the junior level degree, or Project Management Professional, that the stakeholder and communication plan, subsidiary project management plan are interwoven. And that's what they mean by critical communication. That means communication with your team as well as stakeholders, because stakeholder management is essential. So I'm going to put the article in here so that you can read more about it for perfect information from DevOps.com. And we're currently the first one for those who just came in the room of the 5 management skills. Number 1 is estimating the schedule, which is schedule management. Number 2 is critical communication, which also means stakeholder communications because stakeholders are critical to project success. Number 3 is problem solving. And as it pertains to DevOps, it said you might expect that agile development and the DevOps team have institutionalized troubleshooting and development and engineering. However, teams still need to treat problem solving as a skill that should be continuously strengthened, especially as technologies evolve. Appointing a lead to coordinate and direct others when problems arise can be an efficient way to take control of a spiraling situation quickly. Number 4 is technical documentation. Well, we do have project documents, but what I will say about technical documentation or any type of documentation is make sure you're not reproducing or creating new paper just to say you're doing something. Make sure you streamline the process and only use the documents that are needed. That's why we say the project management body of knowledge is a guide. It's not a standard. A guide is not something you go in lockstep. So you only take the project management processes that you need. You don't need to do all 49 of them. And as it pertains to technical documentation, make sure that you have everything that you need. And I do feel as what it's talking about, when they said the documentation isn't part of the team's workflow, it's going to close project or close project or phase. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining. And as it pertains to 4.7 in the project management body of knowledge 6th edition, when you're closing the phase or the project, you do lessons learned and you do your technical documentation, but you should be collecting lessons learned throughout your project. And then the number 5 thing that DevOps should know and have the project management skill, the 5th one is risk management, which is very important. And risk management is a skill is most effective when distributed among the team's members, is especially important with teams that consist of cross-functioning specialists and those with no clear oversight or direct leader. Well, when it talks about distributing risk, we have something in there. We call them risk owners, and risk owners are stakeholders that want to own part of the risk. Say they have a particular expertise in something in the project, then they can sign up to be a risk owner. So as it pertains to the project management body of knowledge, a risk owner is a way of distributing the risk. It's not always on the team member. Everyone is identifying risk, which is everyone's responsibility in the project. It's not just exclusively your job as the project manager and your project team. Everyone that touches the project is responsible for identifying and reporting risk throughout the project. So I'm going to do a summary of the top of the 5 project management skills that DevOps people should know. Number 1 was estimating and scheduling. Number 2 is critical communication. Number 3 is problem solving. Number 4 is technical documentation. And number 5 is management. So I wanted to bring how other industries are using project management. And as always with this show, I always shout out the people who are live. So whether or not you're on Periscope, Instagram Live, or YouTube Live, I would like to thank and shout out Daphnor25 from Instagram Live for watching me live. I do it as a round robin. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining me here on Projectized, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on